are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. The day after the horseshoe, everybody's jacked up, well rested. Tody's got his Birkenstocks on in honor of a fantastic Monday. Those would be soaked if I was wearing those right now. It's so hot in here. I feel like it's not a little humid in here.
I don't think so. I don't think it's that bad. I mean,
I feel like it's always the walk up that gets me.
Yeah, no. Outside the studio, I feel like it's a little tough. But for me, inside the studio, we got the AC pumping, fan on the low, obviously here. But nonetheless, I think there's a pretty cool summer breeze in here. Almost.
But you like the Birkenstocks? They don't get you ever. Like hot day, like no socks, obviously.
Yeah, honestly, it does depend. So like some days, I guess my feet do sweat. It happens,
right?
Especially if we're out, even just like sometimes walking around, I suppose. But I don't know. I think I do a good job in limiting, the amount of sweat that gets into the Birkenstock, and I apply powder at the end of the day.
Talcum powder.
I guess it's technically Gold Bond powder,
Gold Bond,
like foot powder,
the old football days.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Used to throw that in my cleat all the time. So I just like sprinkle a few right on the Birkenstock when I get home at night, and then it's fresh as new.
Yeah.
The next day, you gotta keep up with it, dude.
No, I'm jealous. I mean, but I see for me, I guess I don't really try it with the powder, but I feel like it wouldn't work. Like I've always been like this, where I just don't. There's no margin of error for me. Like if it's a little hot, like it's over. Like I'm really sweating a lot. Like I can't. Like I need like constant ventilation. Like,
well, how do you do with like sneakers and socks then?
Like right now, I'm
feet are sweaty.
Like it's kind of almost hard to tell, I guess. But if I had to say, probably yes. Like hands, the palms. Like when I was younger, I used to get like some like medication to try to like have that, but it's like nothing works. Like it's like my hand like are always moist. Just in the summer, forget about it.
Interesting. I guess I never really noticed that.
Yeah.
Like tomorrow morning when I dab you up, I'll be more attentive to that, dude.
No, because it used to be bad. Because then people are like going to shake my hand.
Oh yeah,
and then I feel like awkward. So I'm doing the like I'm like ready to hit like my approach shot. You know what I mean?
That's so funny. I guess that's good though. You don't ever deal with dry hands. I guess sometimes my hands get kind of dry.
No, it's so annoying. It's so jealous. Like I hate the people. Oh yeah, I don't really sweat that much. Like it's annoying. It's annoying. Honestly.
No, that is bullshit. Because I mean, everything else sweats.
Yeah,
legs are the worst.
And I mean, come on. I mean, I know we don't want this fan to kill us, but I mean, is it not moving at a tortoise pace? I mean, me needing ventilation. I mean, that's.
You want to jack it up? I can jack it up for you, dude.
Yeah, I mean, if it comes
one
down,
speed down.
If it comes down, it comes down. I mean, what are we gonna do, right?
I know.
But yeah, I've always been an advocate for cooler temperatures, and I know I in a way I am on an island because a lot of times like I say like I'm with a few people and I'm saying like, oh my god, like it's so hot in here, like I need some. And everyone's just like, what are you talking about? And it's like I just can't do it. Like,
that's the worst, dude. Everyone's like, no, dude, I'm fine.
Yeah,
I'm perfectly fine right now.
Oh, no, nice.
Oh, dude. Nice. Yeah, happy for you, dude.
Yeah, like when you were trying to call me out yesterday, right? Timing. But that being said, let's start with the comments.
Yes,
here.
dude.
A little old Kev Do.
Yeah, I think we got a lot of shade on this Monday.
Yeah.
But Kev Do, let's go. We want the smoke. Bernie Kick Roses, hashtag TCA, hashtag DTV, hashtag Sports Port. Shout out to Matty G, Buck to Tony, Brian, Renee, and Michael. And then we have Josh B in the house saying, what is up, fam? Happy Monday. Yanks grab that W. Hashtag TC, hashtag Sportsport, hashtag DTV. You know the deal. Matthew Ryan comes in here and says, let's go Yankees. And then he says, let's go Yankees. We need Soto back. Looked like same team as last year.
We'll talk about it, but it's definitely not the same team as last year.
And then he just says, okay. And then Kev says, Matthew Ryan, kick shopping carts.
Wow.
And Matthew Ryan claps back, says, at Kev Do Taylor, I am not kicking shopping carts. And then Kev Do is shaking his head.
Wow.
Just like that, dude.
That's about as intense, Tony, as it gets.
It gets kind of crazy too. I feel like Kev do like, goes after you, obviously. Then like, he messes with Bukta. Now he's kind of messing with Matthew Ryan.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anyone that like is not going to be like a victim of Kev do?
I can't think of anyone.
I know, it's crazy.
But you know what? I mean, I'm sure he does, and maybe like on the side or whatever, but I've never seen him actually give Josh a hard time.
I mean, I guess it's kind of tough to give Josh a hard time.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. But right though, I don't remember any like, Josh, kick rocks, bro.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
But I'm sure he gets tight when Josh, is talking Yanks and the Mets are mired in like a 10-game losing streak or something.
Definitely. 10-game hasn't happened.
I mean, maybe not this year, but it's definitely happened a bunch of over the years.
Oh, sure. I mean, I'm sure a lot of teams have that.
Sure. Come on, dude.
Oh, dude, the phone lines are open, Brian.
Phone lines are open, and what a night last night at the Horseshoe, huh?
Yeah, I really had a great time, dude. It was dope, dude. Carlton to hop in was great. Matthew, I didn't honestly expect to even see him there, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I was good to see him. Obviously, Michael and Jimmy too, some fans.
Yeah.
We had those guys, those baseball guys with their Pirates jerseys on.
Yeah. Did you? Because I had gotten there late. Obviously, did you guys talk to him much before that?
Yeah, dude. So there was like, I want to say 5 of them. A couple of them, not all of them, maybe just one of them, but they knew Jeff, So they came in after whatever baseball game I guess they had. It's actually funny. I was like, oh, what do you got, softball team? Ooh, baseball. This is baseball. We play baseball. Yeah, I thought that was so funny. But they were having a good time. They were talking to us about sports. Obviously, what do we do? What do they do? That was one of the guys that worked at the golf course. I keep forgetting the name of.
Where?
In Stanford.
At Sterling Farms.
Sterling Farms, yes. Dude.
Yes. Okay, gotcha.
Remember I mentioned, and dude, they were there. They must have been so popped, honestly. They were like 4 o'clock. They were there drinking a lot.
4 o'clock, and what did they leave at 9? I mean,
honestly,
kind of nuts.
Yeah, dude.
How many hours would you say you got last night
of sleep?
Yeah, 4.5.
Yeah, probably 4.5.
So right now, are you like seeing double or
no?
The water.
Yeah, honestly, dude, the water. Watch out.
I'm just saying, kind of a sleeper.
And honestly, what's even crazy, my mouth is even a little dry right now.
Crazy.
Which is also kind of weird. But
sometimes that happens, yeah.
Yeah, especially in summer, allergies, whatever. But I'm not, again, like water, I'll be fine. Get going here, the show. I'm awake.
Now, how many of those thermostats do you think you have, like on average, on a the
Yetis here? I would say 2.
Wow. Okay, so like I feel like summer, that's a little short.
Yeah, it is. To be honest, it's kind of funny because I feel like, especially if we're here in the studio all day, we don't have access to water here.
Right.
So unless I'm going out or we have water bottles here, like this is the one I get,
Now, if you had a Crystal Rock here, how many of those do you think you would have? Double?
Easily.
Yeah. Because I just feel like if I have access to that, I'm just constantly just filling up the Yeti.
Yeah, and there's no way, like knowing that I have that big supply too. Like, I'm like, when I drink, I'm like chugging half of it.
Yeah, really feels so much better. And it's really crazy. Like lately, I guess it's not like every day, but I definitely have had like more days in recent where I'm just doing the one coffee.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with that. I guess I've been doing more 2 coffees, but I mean, there were a time where I was like, I was like 4.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and I could do 6.
Dude, there's times where like Mike and I get donut in and we drive, like halfway down Fairfield Avenue and we're like done with the coffee and we're like, we got to get another one, dude.
Yeah. No, coffee's good, but you do hear all the time like, oh, if you could just like eliminate coffee, like you would feel so much better.
Really?
Because I guess they say like it's like there's always a coffee crash.
Right.
Then like sleep isn't as good. But I know like there's also like health benefits with the coffee as well. But it does kind of seem like people are saying like, oh yeah, I used to, I know energy drink's different thing, obviously terrible for you. We've been over that.
Right.
But even with that too, but they're just saying like, oh yeah, if you just like cut out the caffeine, like you're gonna feel so much more energy.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's interesting.
I really haven't. I'm trying to think. I think, I did it probably in the past 10 years. One time I went like 3 or 4 months and just was drinking green tea. But then I was starting to get nauseous with green tea, empty stomach. I don't know if you've ever had that.
No, never. Green tea, empty stomach. Yeah, interesting.
Like very nauseous. So that's why I was like, the hell with this. And then it was so funny that I wasn't expecting to go back to coffee. And then somebody came into the office, brought us donuts, coffees. My dad wasn't around, so it's 2 large iced coffees. Had both of them. And I'm just like, and then let's just say we're back after that. But it's nice, especially like my ride in the morning. I really do look forward to like having the coffee on the way. Like it is nice.
Yeah,
Definitely
there
nice.
is like I guess the act of getting the coffee, and then if you're lucky, you have a donut with it or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great time.
And you know what I noticed? I don't know if you ever noticed this. Like if it, you have a night at the horseshoe or whatever, a couple pops. Next day, I feel like it's like I don't even want coffee. Like I just want water. I feel like almost sometimes like the thought of a coffee, like I'm gonna like throw up, honestly.
Oh yeah, really?
Well, I mean, because you need the hydration,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
But you never like that. Like you're never like crazy night the night before. Like it's like you don't the coffee like right away. You can't really like you'd rather have water and like a nice breakfast.
Yeah, no, I guess so. I mean, I'm trying to think, back to the diner morning after days. I feel like it was a coffee and a water to start.
Yeah, but I'm slugging.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
water.
You definitely like slamming some water,
Yeah.
and then you take a sip of the coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, did I tell you? I don't know if we said yesterday. Mike, Matt, and I went to this diner. I think it's called Johnny's Diner. Honestly, it's right near Luigi's in Fairfield Avenue in Fairfield.
Okay, I guess I'm not familiar with that.
It's like you literally like you wouldn't honestly even know it's there, to be honest, because like how those shopping centers are.
Yeah.
Like they have like a little bit pushed
Yeah,
back,
right.
And like Luigi's the only thing that's on the street, like the only thing you would even notice.
Mm-hmm.
But it's in there. I guess it's been there forever. Diner, old school, like tiny, dude. Only open until 2, like literally just lunch, breakfast. Like they don't mess around with that. Fire omelet, dude, yesterday morning. And it was great.
What was in it?
Sausage, American cheese, peppers, onions, and hash browns. Well done.
I mean,
toast.
that was always kind of my type of omelet.
Dude.
It's crazy
so
with
good.
omelets. Like I feel like I definitely still like omelets, but I think I like when I was younger, I just like overdid it.
Oh,
Like
really?
I would make it in my home all the time. Every time we go out to eat, and it's like I feel like I just kind of like I like a breakfast sandwich better at this point.
Wow, interesting. Yeah, I mean, I guess I guess I would prefer a sandwich too, but I mean, omelets are nice sometimes.
Yeah, no, it's not like they're bad, but I
Yeah.
just feel like when I'm like ordering at the diner or wherever, it's like I don't usually get an omelet unless it was like something really different. Maybe they don't always have like a prosciutto omelet or something like that. Sounds pretty good. But it's just nice having it on like a nice roll or bagel, the sandwich, like with the hash brown.
There's a nice diner. I'm sure you've had it before too on Staten Island. Andrew's Diner, gyro omelet.
Wait, Andros is on Staten Island.
Sorry, Andrews.
Oh, okay,
Andrews.
gotcha.
Diner, gyro omelet.
Lamb, I've had that actually at
cheese.
Andros Diner.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's sick, dude. I actually passed by that last night, packed, dude.
Really? But what time are they?
I think they're back to 24 hours. I think.
Okay. But wasn't it like just when AJ was here, they weren't?
They were closed down for renovations. That's why.
Yeah. Because I was like, that doesn't make sense. I feel like they're not going to scale back that much.
No, yeah, that would be crazy. Oh my god! But it looks the same layout in there. I think everything's blue now instead of that weird pink that they had.
I don't know why I was thinking. But maybe that's the outside. I was thinking the outside was like a red. No,
the sign is red.
Okay, the sign is red, but the booths
were like teal and
no. And then remember that's where
red.
I think it was the whole thing after the wild card game. But you got a strawberry milkshake and it looked like Pepto Bismol.
Yeah, it was disgusting. I would never get that again, dude.
It's crazy though because usually diners like they're known for the milkshakes.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what possessed me to get strawberry. There's no way I got strawberry.
If you didn't get it, I don't think it would have been mad.
I think honestly, I got vanilla and it tasted like strawberry.
No, but I remember. Don't you remember though the
site?
The site, like so pink.
Maybe I did get strawberry then.
I think you did honestly. Maybe like mixing it up or something.
Oh my god, the wild card game, dude.
Yeah, tough times, honestly.
Yeah,
really.
great, late night breakfast though.
What would you say at this point? Any diner, like any time of the day, like what's your favorite thing to get at a diner at this point?
I mean, honestly, it is the omelet. I think.
With the sausage omelet with the onions and peppers.
Yeah, just because I don't personally make omelets often enough at home. And then you get it done right with the hash browns, everything is great. I do like a lot of things at diners. I mean, the turkey club sandwich. You get a turkey club sandwich.
I used to be big on the triple deckers, but I would like to get it with the chicken cutlet.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
What about you?
Or a steak. But I love French toast, honestly.
That's true. Pancakes and French toast are great too.
And then it's kind of like my late night thing. Like if I kind of like didn't really have a big dinner and it's like a Saturday night, like I'll come back. Glory Days in Greenwich, like the best combo there is like a steak and cheese, and then like the cookies and cream milkshake. Like,
oh wow,
insane!
Dude. That sounds. So
and then the
good.
French toast is really good as well. I just get tight. Like sometimes, I guess really the thing that stands out to me is Stanford Diner, but it's like everyone else, like usually like you get French toast, like you get a good amount. Stanford Diner, 2 pieces of bread French toast, like $20.
Really?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah. Bar
Really,
Taco
dude?
Diner, basically.
Oh my God, that is tough, dude.
Yeah. Like I need the overwhelming amount of French toast. And I forget, you're big on the French toast or no?
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say big, I guess not. I mean, I do enjoy French toast. You know, my dad
Mhm.
loves it. We have it often together when he wants to do breakfast, whatever. But I would probably choose pancakes and waffles, quite frankly, over French toast.
Yeah. Yeah, I always did like pancakes better, but I have to say, yeah, French toast by far now. And that
Really?
I think I sent it to you, the coast toast. Like when I was
Yes,
sitting here,
dude.
like,
Oh my
that-
God, of course.
That's the best thing of all time. And then eggs Benedict too. I think I don't get it that much, but that is
Eggs
fire.
Benedict's amazing,
with steak,
dude.
carne asada.
Wow,
Tony.
steak.
That's
Whoa, dude.
at Brockton Villa. That's what I had.
Wow. Yeah, no, I like the Canadian bacon.
Yeah, Canadian bacon, very good.
Underrated,
honestly.
I feel.
Yeah,
I guess it's kind of like pork roll, same thing
I
almost.
feel it's
dude.
better though for some reason.
It does seem like a higher quality almost,
Yeah,
right? Like
because I
pork
feel like
rolls,
sometimes it's like slimy.
yeah, pork
Yeah.
roll is like bad bologna sometimes.
Yeah,
Ugh.
like I feel like almost with ham, like I almost just want, and I know pork roll different, whatever, but I almost just want like a full on like baked ham.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't feel like I really want any ham.
I freaking love baked ham.
No,
Honestly.
it's like insane, and I feel like I
Yeah.
never have it.
Really?
Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
honey ham.
I
Like,
know, like a honey glaze, some brown sugar. Oh my goodness. Dude.
Yeah.
So funny. Ham and
Um,
eggs.
Yeah.
You know what honestly annoys me because we're talking about Taylor Ham, and I don't know, maybe you don't get this as much because maybe you don't interact with many people from New Jersey,
Yeah.
but the whole like Taylor Ham thing.
Well, I've always thought that was crazy. Yeah.
So over it.
Ham's
dude.
ham.
Like first, yeah, exactly. Ham is ham. You are eating. It's a slice of bologna. Let's all be honest here.
Yeah.
And it's just like at that point, I just get bacon. Like bacon's
Yeah,
better than
bacon
Taylor
is
Ham.
So much better, honestly.
And
So
then the
much
whole like, oh, North Jersey says Taylor Ham, like South Jersey says pork roll, like dude, or whatever it is.
And then Matthew Ryan saying it's Taylor Ham.
Yeah, like honestly, dude, like get over it. Get over it. And also, like, I'm so sorry, but like the people who say Taylor Ham, like, not that you're wrong, but it's not called Taylor Ham. Like, that's the brand. Okay.
I actually am lost in this whole thing.
Exactly, dude. It is pork roll. Pork roll is Taylor Ham.
But so is Taylor Ham a brand or no?
Yeah, Taylor Ham's the company that makes pork roll.
Okay. But I honestly like just saying pork roll to me. I guess it just because from growing up, like
Yeah.
just not by New Jersey. Like it almost just seems like, isn't it just ham? Like why are we calling it pork roll? It's not a roll. Like what are we talking?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah.
It is ham. It is ham. It's like deli ham at that
But you
point.
know what it is? It's the same thing as state and federal having different laws. Same thing. Like,
Yeah.
the ham in Connecticut,
Right.
but then it's pork roll in New Jersey, even though we could get there in a half hour. Like, or
Exactly.
whatever. Like crazy stuff. We did get a lot of comments trickling in. It seems like some type of like high stakes bowling match
yeah.
between Matthew Ryan and Kev Du
Yeah.
and Josh.
Perhaps a fight to the death. I don't know,
Yeah.
dude. But all right, let's jack it up here. Let's see. Oh my goodness. All right, hold on. We have quite the
He's
conversation.
getting a little crazy.
Josh B says I don't talk crazy like you do
I know about the
sometimes,
match,
dude.
but it's just
yeah.
I've said this since day one, Josh. It's just I'm just being honest. Like true feelings, always been like that. Can't deviate from it. What do you want me to do, Kev? You know what I mean?
Speaking of what do you want me to do? Matthew Ryan comes out of left field, says I can dominate you guys in bowling and golf. And I'm assuming he's just talking to everyone at this point. Right? Like he's dominating.
No, I feel like he was talking to them. For some
Kev,
reason.
yeah, okay, all right.
But I'll take him. to golf if
And
you want.
then he calls out Kev Du specifically. I can dominate you in bowling and golf. And then he asks Kev Du, what's your bowling average? And then Josh B, of course, on top of the ball. Matthew, definitely gonna go bowling sometimes. Love to see that.
Yeah.
We can put some money on me
I would love to
versus
see
you,
that.
dude.
No, imagine same day, golf during the day, me versus Matthew Ryan, and
Mm-hmm.
then at night after dinner, head to the lanes, Josh
be
versus
sick.
Matthew Ryan. Be crazy.
That would be a great day of events,
Dude,
dude.
talk about a vlog, huh?
I mean, Matthew Ryan would go over 2, obviously.
Yeah.
And then he says Matthew Ryan here. He says at Josh B, Tony and Brian are scared to play me
Like-
for sure. So I think he was calling us out, maybe. then.
I guess so. I mean, bowling, I'm not good at bowling, so I'm not gonna. But golf, I will certainly take you on in golf.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Victorious, dude. And then Josh B says, love it. Where do you usually bowl? He wants to know Sparta Lanes, which sounds familiar to me, honestly. And Pin Street Lanes, never heard of that. Matthew Ryan again hammering that they, as in us, make
Yeah.
excuses for not coming to New Jersey. What I mean, I don't think we're making.
I feel like
excuses,
we've
dude.
invited him
Like,
to a couple of things, and like he doesn't show up.
Yeah, he hasn't showed up once, dude.
Yeah,
and
so-
honestly, like, we have bowling, like we
Yeah.
have golf.
Yeah.
Like, what's up, dude?
Anytime,
Yeah.
buddy.
Get
Anytime.
someone to cover the carts, and let's
Yeah.
go, dude.
Yeah.
And then wow, Josh B pulling a Michael Buckta even said, "How old are you?" Matthew Ryan's 30 years old, by the way. Kev Dude teasing, "I will take your lunch money." You ever bowl UBA, dude?
It's so funny the official stuff with Josh.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
hilarious. honestly.
Where he's like trying to figure out, maybe I ran into him in a tournament one time.
Yeah,
Who knows,
yeah.
dude? And then Derek O, of course, the high there. Let's see, Josh B. God, Matthew Ryan.
yeah.
It's Taylor Ham. Oh, there it was. There it was, dude. Call it by the right name, Tony. I mean, I don't know, dude. First of all, I don't have a dog in the fight. All right. I'm not from Jersey. And then looks like Kev Dude's average is 125. That seems kind of low.
Yeah, I feel like he said way higher than that when I
Matthew Ryan's is 175. Brian is scared.
No, but
Oh,
like I
dude.
said, bowling, I don't bowl, Matthew. Like it's like, maybe if I have a good day, I could shoot like 130. Like, I don't know. But I'm saying let's golf. Like I'm down
The
for
golf, dude.
Yeah.
Then Josh B says 175 question mark. You don't want my smoke. And speaking of smoke, he says some thin exclamation point. Sliced boar's head ham there on a fried egg and cheese sandwich on toast. Amazing. That does sound really good right now.
Wait, but what is that? Pork roll?
No, it's just ham, dude.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just regular ham.
But honey baked
Which is
hams.
yeah, dude. Oh my gosh. But there's like that, dude. We're all caught up in the comments. Starving now.
The food warm-ups are back.
Oh my goodness, dude.
But let's go now to the world of Major League Baseball.
It's deep to left. It's 700. Albert Pujols.
Yeah, what a play! Stop it, Yep.
And Alonso cracks one. The Mets win the ball game. Out of sight. And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Too deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So, yesterday at the Horseshoe, we talked a little bit about, Friday and Saturday's games. Unfortunately, Yankees dropping both at the stadium to the Dodgers. And that Friday game was really frustrating. A 0-0 game in the 10th inning. And Trent Grisham couldn't lay down a bunt. So that was tough, losing that game 2-1. Because it really, you win the series, you win that game. Obviously, hindsight 2020, whatever. And then, me and Matthew there on Saturday, couldn't take advantage of the runners in scoring position. So that was tough. So last night was definitely, well needed. And I think there was a lot more runs than I was anticipating being scored, between this pitching matchup of Tyler Glasnow and Luis Gil. The two of them combining to give up 8 runs. No one saw that coming. So you look at the final lines here. Tyler Glasnow, 6 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, 1 walk, but 12 strikeouts, but also, allowing 2 home runs. So those home runs, as Waldo Cabrera and Trent Grisham, the home runs hit off of Glasnow. Gil was really cruising along, but got into some trouble in the 5th inning, letting up 2 runs there, and then also another home run in the 6th to Teoscar Hernandez. So probably, the worst outing Luis Gil has had since maybe April. 5 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Through 96 pitches, got the no decision. Earned run average sitting at 204. But I don't think there's anything to worry about in this outing for him. Obviously, you're going against arguably the best team in the National League here. They're right there with the Phillies. We know all the talent they have in that lineup. Hernandez has been on fire. So wasn't concerned about that at all. The biggest thing was just the fact that the offense was definitely very stagnant. You think 1 game in game 1, 3 games in game 2. So you wanted to really, make your mark there. And I thought it was impressive because early, Glasnow was definitely, dominating and honed in. But I was, happy with their offensive performance. 5 runs against him. That's pretty impressive. The scoring started out in the third. Oswaldo Cabrera with a home run to right. That made it 1-0. And then Aaron Judge, big hit after big hit the last month plus. Double the center, scoring Verdugo 2-0.
Wow.
But then unfortunately, Mookie Betts, a big hit with 2 outs there in the 5th to tie the game at 2. A double to left, scoring Gavin Lux and is it Pegas, Tony? I feel like I'm not that familiar with this guy. Andres Pagis, maybe Pages. I know Baseball Reference usually has like the pronunciation on there.
Yeah, dude.
Just search Baseball Reference.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, Andy, that's why.
Oh, it's Andy
And then how do they have it here? Oh, go down more.
Pahis.
Okay.
Andy Pahis.
So that tied the game at 2. And then, like I mentioned, with 2 outs, and it actually takes Luis Seal out of the game. Teoscar Hernandez homers. I think they said for the series he had 3 homers and 11 RBIs, something ridiculous. So really had a big series, and we know we've seen him on Toronto have some big series against the Yankees before. But the turning point in this game was the bottom half of the inning. So the Yankees go in to the bottom of the 6th, trailing 3-2. And we were talking about it at the Horse Show last night. You're feeling great. You jump out to that 2-0 lead. You give it back, and you knew, okay, I mean, we're right here. We're fine. But you just wanted to really answer back. Unfortunately, the Yankees do just that. Alex Verdugo, infield single. Aaron Judge, infield single. So first and second, nobody out. And then you had Stanton, strike out on a slider low. Rick and Dave, we're talking about at the tail end of their show today, I think for this series, because a caller had called in suggesting that they just cut bait. And then they were saying, well, they're never going to do that. But 0 for 14 with 10 strikeouts. And I don't know, Tony. Like I get the contract aspect of this. And I guess I get that, like in the past, like he's hit some, big home runs in the postseason. But is there, just from a baseball sense, and for the Yankees, and they've had problems where guys are striking out too much in the past. I mean, does it really make sense to be, playing Stanton every day when you have Jason Dominguez like ready to go in the minors?
I mean, I guess it doesn't. I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, like, you think Dominguez is going to be more productive than Stanton is?
Because I feel like, his power may be slightly less. I mean, I know, yes, like if we're talking about like hitting 500-foot home runs and exit velocity, yes, Stanton has them. But I think if you just talk about, Dominguez looks like he's a 20 to 30 home run hitter. I mean, and if Stanton plays the rest of this season, doesn't get injured, is he really hitting more than like 33, 34 home runs? Like probably not. And I just feel like Dominguez is going to be just under that, but instead of hitting 230, he's going to hit 290, and then he can steal bases, and then he can play the field. So I guess I just don't see benefit-wise, unless you're just banking on that he's going to have a big postseason. But is he really? Like, I just feel like you just throw him a slider low. Like, he's not going to hit it. Like,
yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we talked about it, like the postseason numbers. Obviously, he does well in the postseason. Like, we've seen it before.
Yeah.
And I guess, like you said, that would really be the only thing they're clinging to, because at the end of the day, too, I mean, like, you're not gonna be like time sharing these two players. Like, it's gonna be one or the other. You have to commit to getting rid of Stanton or just keeping him around for the playoffs. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like, is that what you want to do? You want to get rid of Stanton?
Well, what I would really like to do, and but this is why like games aren't played on paper, but I would love to just kind of like rotate between Dominguez, spelling Verdugo, and Stanton. But I just know the whole like locker room thing. And then I do get like Verdugo is very good on defense. So I guess the easiest answer really would be to have Dominguez learn first base. But like, I mean, is he going to have a crash course? Like,
you think it's possible?
Maybe.
Has he ever played first base?
Definitely not. But it's like, I don't know. Like, you give him some reps. Like, that's what I would work on right now, because Rizzo, LeMayo, I mean.
Yeah. Stanton at first base? I mean, he doesn't have to move, really.
He's not gonna like make the stretches and stuff, and like if a ball goes by, like, no.
Imagine he like limbers up and full splits on the field.
Well, I thought Judge, but then it's just like you lose that in the field, because he really does play a really good outfield, Aaron Judge.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't think you could move him.
But I think you kind of spoke to this last night. Spoke to this last night, but I mean, you're just like keeping Dominguez in the minors and you're still running out Stanton 5 or 6 games a week? I mean, that's if it was up to you, that's what you're doing.
I mean, I think so. Yeah, dude.
But like, what about I mean, I just like, especially if he was on your team, these strikeouts. I mean, you saw it last night. I mean,
Yeah,
it doesn't it feel like too every time you're watching a Yankee game, he's always striking out though. It's like every at bat.
He does strike out a ton.
Yeah.
But he does like, I don't know. I guess he doesn't hit as well in the clutch as maybe some people think.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he hasn't done it this series, but I guess his average with runners in scoring position is pretty good. But yeah, I'm just at a point where go to the strikeout numbers. I know it's insane. 224 average sucks.
It does.
After a 191 last year, but what is it? So
76
strikeouts in 59 games. So in 220, so what is that? Like roughly a third of his at bats he's striking out.
Yeah.
And because of all those strikeouts, his slugging is only 466. So I mean, obviously the numbers are better than last year, but as you would say, they're not great.
Not great, that's for sure. But again, I mean, numbers better than last year. So it's like, what, you're going to punish him?
I just feel like Dominguez is so much better. It's so annoying. He's our future. You know what I mean? Stanton, like, the reason he's really on this team is because of his contract.
So what are you going to do? You want to cut him?
Kind of. Or just like what I said, do the rotation. But you think that would just completely upset
The rotation,
apple cart
yeah,
with
you can't
Verdugo?
do that, dude.
Oh,
yeah.
with Stanton, you could, though. Stanton, you don't have to, like, he doesn't have to play every day.
No, I guess he doesn't.
But really, the answer is first base.
Yeah, I think so.
But, I mean, I don't know. I just think if you're a young athlete, you give him a couple weeks, you're telling me he can't get first base now?
Dominguez?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I feel like he could, right?
That would be,
we've seen the adjustment, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. And then also, like, I feel like for Dominguez's sake too, I would want him to be consistently playing.
Right.
You
No,
know?
that's why I'm saying first base. I mean,
Yeah.
Rizzo, I mean, like, that's somebody, and I understand the log, like, but that's somebody, the way he's hitting and the errors he's making. I mean, you really could cut him right now.
You are going to cut him then?
mean,
That's your answer, right?
I know
mean,
you love him, but I mean, how long are you going to give him? You know what I mean? Like, do you want him on the Mets? Like,
I mean, he's not going to play first base for the Mets.
I mean, just DH Alonso and then put him at first.
Why
Or
would
you-
why?
Or whatever. I'm just saying.
No, yeah, I would
making
not.
a point
Yeah,
that
no, I
you
would
would
not.
probably cut him too.
Yeah, probably. Well, I guess so.
I mean, because it's like, how much longer are you going to wait? Like, you know.
Well, again, like to your point, then I mean, I feel like he would still be better than Omeyu, right?
I think they're both just awful.
Right. So you just got to find another first baseman at that point. Like,
Yeah.
Dominguez isn't really a first baseman yet.
Yeah.
Turn him
But
into one,
after seeing
sure.
what the Phillies did with Harper, though, I just feel like it can be done. Because Harper's actually a good first baseman now.
Yeah, Harper is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure it can
And
be done.
Dominguez in the outfield, like he's just an average outfielder. So it's like you probably would be a
Yeah.
better fielding first baseman than he would be a center fielder.
So
or
let's go.
wherever you're-
Call up your people.
Yeah.
Get a coach down there.
I know it's like, you know, you got to probably wait for these things till the trade deadline, but it's just something on my mind. And I just don't like having dead weight out there, you know?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Especially when you're looking to win the World Series. I mean,
It
you
just
know,
feels like, no, in all seriousness, it's like, it feels like it's just like a waste of time.
Mhm.
Like just seeing Rizzo up there.
So you got to be coaching Dominguez now. Trade
Yeah.
deadline comes, get rid of Stanton, and then you can pull him
Well, I'm
up.
going to see Corey later. I know he knows him. Maybe I'll ask him like if it's a
Yeah.
possibility, you know?
Hey, you ever play first base? You know?
Yeah, so I had to mention that. But yeah, Stanton striking out in the big spot, but luckily in a big spot. How about Trent Grisham? You know, we were watching this live at the Horseshoe last night. A bullet to right field, 394 feet. His only 5th hit of the season. Is only his third in his 3rd home run. So 3 of his 5 hits have been home runs. You know, barely played, obviously, with the Soto injury, playing a little more here. But that was the difference in the game. You know, the Yankees take a 5-3 lead there. You did have a Glaber single, but again, the Mayu striking out. And then Oswaldo Cabrera striking out looking. And like I said, that was really the turning point of the game. Caleb Ferguson had finished the previous inning. He gives up a walk and a single. Luckily, Luke Weaver inducing a double play to get out of that inning. And then 8th inning, Luke Weaver does give one back. So he had been really lights out, but starting to get into a little bit of trouble here as the season goes on. Ohtani doubles, ends up coming around to score on a Will Smith sac fly. And it is crazy. And I know you saw it like on the sac fly. Just how fast, like Ohtani might be like right up there with the fastest players in the whole league. Like Like, and you saw that throw by Judge. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like if it was someone that's like not fast, like they would have been
It would out.
hosed.
Yeah, definitely, dude.
Like, I can't believe how fast he is.
I know, it's crazy. He's got I forget how many stolen bags.
Oh,
that
it's
he
like
had,
a 17.
Yeah,
like
come on.
are you kidding me?
It really is ridiculous.
But fortunately, Weaver gets Teoscar Hernandez after that sac fly to strike out to end the inning. So 5-4. And then Aaron Judge, an absolute, talk about bullets, a bullet home run to left field there, 434 feet. So 6-4 Yankees. And that ends up being the final score. Clay Holmes does give up 2 singles in the 9th after getting 2 outs from Hayward and Pegas, but then gets Mookie Betts to strike out swing with 2 on. Definitely anxiety was a little risen with Betts up there, runners on. But Clay, I mean, he's been money almost every single game this year. Had the one kerfuffle, hilarious, Carlton, all of that. Do we know who the UNC fan is?
Isn't
On
that
Instagram?
Is it? No, I don't think so. No, he's definitely been here before.
Yeah, it sounds familiar, but I just don't remember like who the
It's
name.
not Josh, right? The weird Josh account, because I know he's a UNC guy. I feel like he had something to handle about UNC.
Oh, well, how about them Yankees? I mean, yeah, nice win last night, you know? So no, I can't tell if that was like, you know what I mean? It's supposed to be a shot or he was riled, like because of the 2 out of 3. And but Soto is gonna be back.
So you know how to react right now.
Exactly. Josh B looks like he agrees with me.
Literally says, I'm with Brian. Drop his ass. Yankees print money. Who cares? Buy him out. How do you feel about that statement that Yankees print money?
It's true. I was just talking about this the other day. It's like there's only a select few group of teams in all pro sports that are brands, and the Yankees are one of those where it's just like anything with that logo. I mean, it's gold.
Yeah,
you know. So I just think the revenue, the concessions, the stands being packed all the time. 30,000 on a Tuesday night or a Tuesday day game at 1 o'clock. So yeah, plenty of money. Hal's always crying wolf. And are we lagging? Like, it just seems like on this screen anyway.
I know. I know. Like the Wi-Fi was like kind of acting up this
because
morning.
I'm seeing full bars on my laptop here.
Yeah, I mean, you look fine.
But I always forget your different connections.
But. I mean, you look fine on my phone right now.
Okay. So maybe it's just his monitor.
Yeah.
But yeah, so nice to get the win. Soto, looks like he should be back any day. And Matthew Ryan had a comment. I don't know if he's just like trying to get me worked up or whatever, but he's talking about we did not just lose the series, we got dominated without Soto. It's the same. And I don't really feel that way, Tony. I mean, listen, the offensive output those first 2 games of this series wasn't like what it should have been. But I feel like for me, it didn't make me concerned about the team, but I think it highlighted, and like we spent a lot of time talking about yesterday about how bad Rizzo and Glaber and LeMahieu are. I think that's what it did to me,
I mean, do you think that, like, obviously still coming back, so it's not even a non-issue, but I mean, do you really think that this team is like that impacted by Soto not being there? Like, to the sense where it's like you're almost a little worried?
No. But
right?
I just, like I said, you just don't. I named 3 guys. You don't want 3 automatic. You can't have 3 automatic outs like in your lineup, like on a World Series team, and then you're not factoring in like Austin Wells struggling right now, Trevino inconsistent. So that's why I feel like Dominguez is so important. And then third base is interesting. Like, is it Oswaldo? Is it LeMahieu? I mean, I'm all for like giving Oswaldo like more time than LeMahieu. I don't know. I don't know. I know it's like kind of early on. He just came back, but like, I don't know. Like, I can't see him not like just striking out and hitting the ball into the ground. Like, I don't like. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't know. LeMahieu, I think is
right. Like really bad.
Like, yeah, like Dunzo. Like,
yeah.
And I feel like we've said that in the beginning of the year too.
Yeah, and last year and the year before that.
I think last year we were like, maybe.
But I think I was pretty much like, no, I've seen enough of this. So I just feel like, especially if we could do Dominguez and then Oswald Peraza, I love that. Like, just get more young guys here. Just tired of these old, has-beens out there, Tony.
No, yeah, I think you're totally right.
Josh Pete, not the UNC account.
I bet he wishes he was, though.
Yeah. I know we know he's a big UNC guy.
Tar Heels.
So kind of interesting. Yankees. I'll double check this, but I believe it's 4 at Kauffman Stadium starting tonight.
Oh, really,
8:10.
dude?
Rodon, Seth Lugo. Just gonna double check this, and it is 4 in Kansas City.
It is 4, yeah.
Next 3 nights, including tonight, next 3 nights are 8:10, and then a Thursday day game at 2:10 before they head to Fenway Park this weekend for a 3-game set. Another Sunday night baseball game.
Wow, dude.
But I think the Royals
You
will
going? Father's Day? You go?
Fenway Park. No, I mean, I just feel like, I don't know. I mean, like, I would go, like, this isn't the time. But, like, in general, like, I like going to the Yankees Red Sox. It just, unfortunately, I'm trying to think if, I don't think I've seen a win there, though. That's a problem.
At Fenway?
No, but I think it's only been 2 times, right? Because last year it got rained out when me and Corey went, and then I went to the wildcard game, lost, and then I went to in the 2022 season when we had like the 18-game lead. Wandy Peralta gave up a walk-off single to like Xander Bogaerts or something, and they lost. So yeah, I don't think I've seen a win there. That's the only thing. But no, it's good. I mean, you got the encore there. There's a lot to do there, but it's just nothing. As I always tell you, Yankee Stadium, Tony.
Yeah, no, yeah, I guess so.
But yeah, this Kansas City series: Rodon, Lugo, Stroman, Singer, as well as Poteet versus a TBD, and then Nestor getting another go at it against Marsh. But it's weird. Like, I guess I can't tell. Like, I know their record's very good, but and I don't know if you've kind of like paid close attention. I know you're like checking like Seth Lugo's numbers and stuff, but are the Royals that good? I mean, they're 39-27. That's a good mark. 24-11 at home. 5-5 their last 10. But I mean, we know about Bobby Witt Jr. We know about Lugo. I mean, are they, a contender, or do you feel like it's like the division? You're playing the White Sox a lot. The Tigers aren't that good. Minnesota's inconsistent.
Yeah, I think that division does, I feel like, make a mediocre team look a little bit better. Competing, I mean, like what you're saying, like if like playoffs, like if they're coming in and they're playing,
like I would give me the Royals any playoff series anytime. They can have all the games at home.
Maybe if they're getting to a spot where they're, I don't know, like I don't even know. Yeah, exactly. I guess I can't see them really
Brady
going that
Singer
far,
sucks.
Dude. Yeah, at the end of the day, like he's too much of a wild card. I feel.
Yeah.
It would be nice. I feel like the beginning of the year started off right, but I mean, again, I feel like if they're, I don't know, dude. If they're in a playoff situation where they kind of have to come up pretty big, I think they're a team that's going to crumble. Yeah,
because I think their offense is like, other than Witt and Perez, like what offense?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I guess Maikel Garcia has 15 stolen bases, but they don't really have any hitters. So I just feel like, when it comes postseason time, I mean, how are you going to hit?
I don't know. Maybe if you're lucky and you somehow maybe find yourself against like a team like the Astros or something, or I don't know. I can't see them really getting far. Will they win the AL Central? I mean, perhaps.
I mean, their rotation has been good because of Lugo. His ERA is 2.13. Cole Reagans has a 3.08.
Cole Reagans. Yeah.
Brady Singer has a 2.76, but had like a 6 ERA last year. So who knows if some regression to the mean. Waka has had that regression to the mean. Great with the Padres last year, 4.24 this year. And then Alex Marsh, has a 4.05. So I think that's what's been carrying them up to this point.
Yeah, I think so. And it seems like some of their bullpen guys are okay. We have Schreiber, Zerpa, ERAs all below a 2. Actually, Zerpa here at 2.16, it looks like, over 29 games so far. I'm not sure. I guess their closer, James MacArthur. Don't know much about James over here.
Colonel MacArthur?
But it says his ERA is a 5.27.
It's not great.
That's not great at all for your closer.
Yeah.
12 saves on the year, which I guess is
not great.
So I don't know. 24 strikeouts over 27 innings pitched.
Nah,
it seems like they could use a closer. I don't think there would be a playoff team.
I think we win the first 3 games of this series, and then sometimes those getaway games are tough. But that's just kind of my first look at this.
Thursday, day game, body clock, quick turnaround.
Because our pitching, has really been, performing well, and I just feel like they're not going to struggle against this lineup.
Yeah,
like, who are you nervous about other than Witt and Perez?
It's a great question. Michael Massey, he's on 10-day IL right now, their second baseman.
Yeah, and like that bench is brutal.
So yeah, no one coming off the bench is going to be, I guess, Freddie Freeman here.
Freddie Freeman,
their backup catcher, looks like 292 averages, 106 plate appearances, 11 ribbies, a dinger, 6 doubles, 31 hits. It was pretty solid for him, I guess.
Yeah. But what do you think? I mean, easy 3 out of 4 for the Yankees here?
Easy. I don't know. We said we got Lugo starting, right? And then it goes from there.
But Rodon, I mean, has been a tick worse than Lugo. I mean, he's been really good this year.
Yeah, I would say a tick worse. It should be interesting to see how Seth Lugo navigates the Yankees lineup, though. I feel like, I guess let's look at his last few games. Because I know, I feel like he hasn't done well against great teams. Last 5 games, Cleveland, easy day. Minnesota, easy day. Took care of Tampa. Oakland, 10 strikeouts. Angels, a dozen strikeouts.
Regression to the mean. You see it all over that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess actually no. Cleveland. Look at this. Cleveland, 6 innings, 5 earned runs.
Right, and their offense, I don't really think is that good.
No, I feel like their bright spot is probably their pitching. I would imagine. So it should be interesting to see. I guess. I mean, definitely hittable. I mean, I've seen Lugo get popped several times. Watching with the Mets.
Yeah.
Leads the league in wins right now. How about that?
There you go. Right.
It would still be nice to have him in the Mets.
Speaking of the Mets, off today. Series with the Marlins starting tomorrow in at Citi Field.
Yeah.
But was it the Guinness talking last night, Tony? Are you really expecting this wild card break?
Listen, I think it's possible. 2.5 or 3 games out, I think, of a wild card position right now.
Zach thinks you're crazy. I see it out of the corner.
No. I see like that. He's thinking the same thing I'm thinking right now.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No,
dude.
he's not.
Yes, dude.
No way. He's shaking his head.
I mean, listen. The only thing that's really, I think, standing in your way is starting pitching. I think at the end of the day of this wild card spot,
a big thing.
Just because Katana, Manaya as well. I think Scott is pitching tomorrow. I could be wrong. I think it's Luzardo, Scott, McGill. Damn. Yeah, McGill is kind of a toss up for me. And hasn't really pitched a bunch, I guess. Yeah, dude. I mean, obviously, it would be nice to get a wild card spot, but again, almost like we're talking about the Royals here at this point. Like even the Mets get into a wild card spot, they're gonna need a miracle to get far in the postseason. So
yeah, so like I said, get that.
What are you really
top
playing for?
Pick. You need a top draft pick.
You need a lot of things, dude.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, is it a pipe dream? Sure. Would it be cool to say, hey, they made the wild card spot? I guess that's kind of cool to say.
One thing I was thinking about is I think I'm pulling back the Nestor for Alonso trade offer. Just because I think Alonso, just like Stanton, like you can't strike out that much.
Yeah, Alonso does strike out a ton. Let's see actually how many he's let's see how many strikeouts he has.
I bet it's like the same thing where it's like more than one a game.
How many did Stanton have?
It was 79 in like 52 games or something.
Yeah. Where are we? Oh, here we go. Strikeouts 56.
Okay, so he's
in 64
better, but
games.
Still. No, but I'm saying, so you think about that, 80's half of a season. So, you got, so let's say, yeah, I mean, he's striking out 130, 140. I mean, that's still a lot. I know it's not going to lead the league, but I guess that's actually down from last year, but yet the numbers are down as well.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, obviously the average from last year was atrocious.
Yeah.
But I don't know, dude. I mean, the home run production is there. If not a lot of people talk about that.
I feel like he strikes out in a big spot all the time, though.
I will say right now, it does seem like that. Last year, I feel like he was getting hammered with that high, tight fastball, and he was just swinging underneath it all the time. But I mean, nonetheless, I mean, I guess he's gonna be, I guess you could say he's on pace for another 40 home run year. So, hey, man.
Will it be with the Mets though? That's the question.
At least for the first half.
Let's see, right?
Yeah, I guess we will see, dude. It would be actually really interesting to see if they do end up moving him.
You know what else will be interesting? A full-on abbreviated baseball frenzy.
That is right, dude. Let's freaking go. It's Monday. It's a new week. It's a new frenzy. So let's get started. Light slate, I believe, here around the
Just
MLB.
enough.
7 games, just enough, as Brian was saying, to get us through here. And as we typically do on a Mets off day, we'll let Brian hammer this first game here. Royals, we know the deal. Kansas City plus 110. Over under. If you had to guess, what is it?
I already looked it up.
Damn it.
It's 8.5. Yeah.
What's your prediction, Brian?
So, yeah, I think we're going to see 2 guys that have pitched very well this season continue to do so to start this game. I think we'll see 4 scoreless innings to start this game. 5th inning, though, Yankees get the Lugo. Who else but Aaron Judge, 3-run homer. And they kind of just cruise from there. I think Rodon will give them 6 scoreless, striking out 9. And the Yankees are going to win this game. I'm going to say 5-1. So it's the Yankees, and it's the under, and it's their 47th victory of the season.
Wow, dude. All right, let's go. My first game here. I know Corbin Burns. I was staring at that today, which I think I will go with. Yeah, I guess I'll go with the Orioles. Let's go. 6:50 p.m. FS1. You have Baltimore visiting Tampa Bay. Obviously, a great job there in St. Petersburg, Florida, I guess. Over-under here is 7.5. The Orioles are favored here at -140. Their away record 21-10. Got to be one of the better away records there around the MLB. Tampa Bay 3 games under 500. Corbin Burns, as I mentioned, on the mound, 16-2 on the season, 2.26 ERA, dominating so far this season, no doubt. And we know the normal suspects. I feel like Orioles, I'm sure, is a team that we've both picked quite frequently, and not so much as me from Brian. Nonetheless, though, Orioles, I guess this is the 4th game of this set. Looking for the sweep, dude. They've won the first 3 games. You love to see that. So let's freaking hammer it, dude. They have not scored at less than 5 runs against Tampa this season yet. So I think they're due for that. Burns, I know. Will it go on the over? I say yes, honestly. I say Ryan here gets absolutely hammered, tattooed. He gives up maybe 5 earned runs over the course of 6 innings. Corbin Burns keeps it a little tighter there. I'll give him 7 and 2 earned runs maybe. Orioles going to win this one. I don't know. Let's say 7-2. Orioles in the over, Brian.
All right. I'm going to take the Brewers and the under. You said over, right? You said under, slightly under. Come on.
Over.
Why give me a weird look, Tony? Okay, I was thinking about my next pick. I heard what you said. We understand it. It's Corbin Burns, okay? But it's Colin Ray. It's Jose Barrios. It's, I think they've actually, it used to be Miller Park, but now it's called
American Family Field.
The place that I've visited, and I told you before, but coincidentally saw the Brewers take on the Mets way back when.
Let's go. Who won?
The Brewers. Anyway, I just think the Blue Jays suck, and I know they've won 4 out of 5 or something like that, and took 3 out of 4 from the A's or 2 out of 3, whatever. Anyway, Tony, they're just a disappointment. They're 1 game under 500. We talked about the Manoah, Tommy John. And I just think the Brewers have been a solid team all year. Colin Ray has pitched well, and I know Barrios has pitched well. But I just don't think he's going to get the run support here. Vlad Guerrero Jr., while he's hitting 290, is slugging 420. So it's really remarkable how he's fallen off the last couple years in the power department. So I think the Brewers win this game. I'm going to say 4-2. So it's the Brewers, it's the under, and it's the Blue Jays 2 games under.
Absolutely love it. You know, we were talking about, obviously, what you call it, the Central and where the Mariners are, the wild card spot. The Mariners tonight against the White Sox. First time these 2 teams are playing each other. Eric Fetty, how about that? 4-1, 3.27 ERA. You think of the White Sox, how bad they've been. I guess he's kind of been a little bit of a bright spot for them, dude.
Probably
that
to the Mets, honestly.
That would be kind of sick. But nonetheless, well, we'll talk about it. Logan Gilbert, dude, on the mound. 3.12 ERA, 3-4 in the season. Seattle, I know maybe 7 games over 500. I suppose they're doing an okay season. I feel like some of their guys have been a little underwhelming. Cal Raleigh over here. He's leading the team with home runs at 11. Julio Rodriguez. I guess batting average is 269, slugging 348, though. I mean, I think could be doing better, certainly. But obviously, as the White Sox here, I'm not doing anything crazy, Brian. Status quo, Seattle -210. I'm taking them, and I'm taking the under, though. I say Seattle wins this game. I'll say keeping it tight here, maybe 4-2.
All right, so 3rd game, final game, and I've never been so frustrated with a team just with picks and bets and the Padres. I just can't figure them out. But I'm gonna just do it to myself one more time. I just refuse to believe that Dylan Cease is as
Wow.
bad as he's been pitching the past month. I mean, it's every game. It's 3, 4, 5 runs. And I just think the A's, that lineup, like he should be able to pitch well here at home, especially. So I'm going to say Cease, complete game shutout. Padres have been light on runs most of these games recently. So I think 2-0. Padres under, Cease, shutout, and give him 12 strikeouts while we're at it.
Absolutely love that, dude. Last game, best game, third game for me here. Dylan Cease, dude.
It's either Astros, Giants, or Rockies Twins.
I'm gonna take the Giants here.
Kyle Harris.
Kyle Harris in the mound.
Mamaroneck native.
I freaking wish, dude. 4.18 ERA, 4-3 in the season. Not great, as they would say, but he is against the rookie right now, Spencer Arrighetti, who has not pitched well so far through 46 and 2/3 innings pitched. His ERA is a tick below a 6, and he's a 3-5 record. The Astros, 6 games. 6 games under here. Kind of crazy. Think about how the Astros have known the injuries that they've had as well. So I say give me Michael Conforto and the boys. Conforto, it'll be 2 dingers, dude. Let's get the double-digit home runs there. 10 of the season for him. Arrighetti, they're probably going to still keep him up there and still use him this season, but I think his does not have a good outing. I don't know. I think maybe he lasts 5 innings. Maybe give me Giants and the over, which is at 8.5. Giants win this game. I'll say 7-5. Let's go.
And just like that, that's your baseball frenzy. And I have to say, Tony, I'm surprised. The Giants, though, can they score that many runs? Like, I don't know about that offense.
Against Arrighetti, though. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. Like the Giants, like I don't know. I just feel like they overpaid for mediocre veterans, and now they're kind of fucked.
Yes, dude. I think you're totally right.
And they haven't. I mean, other than what was it, the 2021 season when they won those 100 games?
Mhm.
Other than that, I mean, they haven't been like
they've been a shell of that team since then, dude. Yeah.
So it just there's just no talent there. I mean, who like is Blake Snell going to turn it around?
No.
Conforto's mediocre.
Yeah, let's be honest. And he's your home run leader right now.
Jorge Soler has not had a good year.
No.
Matt Chapman, that was a terrible idea.
Mm-hmm.
Tyro Estrada, like
I
he's
guess
a backup infielder,
dude. But
like, what do you, if you're a San Francisco Giant fan? I mean, what are you getting excited about? Yastrzemski has been mediocre for years. Same goes for Wilmer Flores. Lee's injured and was not doing that great before he got hurt.
Nick Ahmed is not great.
Yeah.
There's really nothing to look forward to at this point.
But yeah, I mean, that really did though come apart very quickly.
Yeah, Logan Webb.
I mean, Logan Webb is probably the best player on the San Francisco Giants.
Yeah, probably.
Doval is okay, but
Jordan
I think
Hicks.
his ERA is a little high.
Mm-hmm.
Hicks has actually pitched well. That's a guy, and I know his contract is manageable. They got him a couple-year deal because he was a reliever. I think they're only paying him $10 million. I mean, that's a guy. If he keeps that up, and they want to sell at the deadline, they could probably actually get a pretty good package.
They're another team that kind of has to figure that out. Like, what are you doing come trade deadline?
Yeah. So interesting stuff here. Major League Baseball. Pumped to watch the Yankees Royals later on.
Are you?
When am I not pumped?
How did you feel about Judge talking about when Trent Grisham
I was going to
up?
mention that, and I think everybody's right here, honestly, because you look at Judge, leader, standing up for his guys.
Right, have to.
You can't be the captain of a team and then give fans credit for telling like the guy they don't want some guy at the plate, they want someone else.
That's not good.
He's not going to speak out against that, but I think it just. I think even he would never say it because he wants to do the right thing, but he knows what the deal is. I mean, Trent Grisham, like going into the game last night, his average is under 100.
Yeah,
I mean, he's barely played. Juan Soto could win the MVP this year. Of course, we're going to want Juan Soto over Trent Grisham. It just happened to work out. Grisham delivers in the big spot, but like in the back of your mind, you really can't give the fans a tough one about that. I mean, there's not one person other than Trent Grisham's family that would say that like they would want Trent Grisham at the plate instead of Juan Soto. I mean, that's like it's not a conversation. It really isn't. Both, and he did the right thing. You got to stand up for your guys.
Oh, Judge did definitely.
Yeah.
I still feel like it's kind of a dick move to do that to the guy.
The fans?
Yeah, come on. I mean, and also it's like we want Soto. I mean, obviously, like you said,
Yeah.
that's obviously what you're gonna want. But it's just like, I mean, the guy was kind of injured there. Like he, is not playing.
It's kind of interesting though. I just feel like he's gotten too many opportunities over the last couple of years. But I was kind of thinking about like Christian get some time. Like, could he actually be okay? Like
I think so.
The way he hit that, I don't know. It was
Yeah.
just so quick.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
it just seems like with that porch there.
And I mean, not for nothing, this guy was getting some considerable time with the Padres.
Yeah.
And he actually, I want to say, wild card series against the Mets, he did well in the bottom of the lineup, dude. So yeah, I think that guy gets some time. He could be good.
He's only 27. It feels
Very
like he's
young.
been around for forever.
I know.
But the only problem is you look at his career.
Was he drafted out of high school?
Let's see. So
I want to say he was.
He was
pretty
drafted out of
up.
high school, first round pick by the Brewers, 2015.
There we go.
But the problem is, in what does he have? I mean, he has 3 seasons where he played at least 130 games, and his highest average was 242. And then the last 2 seasons, he's hit 184 and 198, and then he's hitting 100 right now. So we can't. I don't know. You get more bats, the average goes up, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if he was going to hit 240, play great defense, and have power, it would be okay. But if he's going to hit 180, then
that's not good.
It's a waste of time. But it was a big hit. Maybe it changes things. Maybe it doesn't. But yeah, it was just nice to get that win. And I'm really looking forward to this Kansas City series. But that being said, let's go to the world of the National Hockey League.
Here he comes. McDavid shoots, top shelf, he scores! Captain with the overtime winner! That's the nail break! It's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping, rink wide! Made the full split save!
Are you kidding me?
Turn, side of the net, between the legs, and they score! Filthy! David Pastrnak, the silver trophy to the Golden Knights!
All right. So over the weekend, we saw Game 1, finding the Panthers a 3-0 shutout of the Edmonton Oilers. So the Panthers with a 1-0 lead here, just kind of how the Panthers have played all postseason. Just a strong outing there. Brovsky, the shutout, 32 saves, and their Verhaeghe has been huge. He had his 10th goal of the postseason. You had Rodriguez and also Luo Starion finding the back of the net there. So, I mean, I going into this series too, I mean, this result doesn't necessarily surprise me. I mean, I kind of expected, especially to start here, home ice to prevail. But I think the series really will begin Game 3 in Edmonton. I mean, obviously, the Oilers could steal one tonight. That would be great. But just being realistic and not be just saying what I want. If we're gonna I guess we could pick it, but I know you would just pick the Panthers anyway, so it's just null and void. But I probably would take the Panthers tonight, honestly, because I just think they're gonna too tough at home. Edmonton has to win those home games to have a chance in this series. That's just what it is. That's how I feel.
Yeah. No, I think you're totally right.
We saw it firsthand.
No, yeah. I honestly, I would even argue that Oilers need to win one on the road here, honestly.
Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna be tonight. Honestly.
I know.
I would love to see
tough,
it.
Dude.
And who knows? I mean, I'm so bad at predicting these things. They probably will win tonight, but I don't know. After seeing that in Game 1, and just seeing what we dealt with, I mean, the Panthers, I don't know how they've gotten to be such a good defensive team, Tony.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this game, I mean, I hate to credit just one person for a win, but Sergei Bobrovsky was just on another level.
Yeah.
He really was, dude. The amount of saves he had. I think I'll look up the team stats here, but the Oilers, I think, had 37 shots on goal, 35, maybe 32. Yeah, to the Panthers, 18. I mean, they were dominating in terms of getting shots off, but it really was Bobrovsky there. And obviously, the forwards from the Panthers we know are really good. Their defensemen, Ekbold, Ekman Larson as well. I mean, they're all, solid defensemen who can, Mikula too, former Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
We know about Montour as well, who's clogging lanes, blocking shots, whatever. But it really is. I mean, Bobrovsky was just on another level. To shut out the Oilers I want to say that Bobrovsky's the only goaltender to have shutouts during this playoff. I could be wrong on that one. That kind of sounds a little weird as it comes out of my mouth, but I'm pretty sure he's got 2, I think, this postseason. One against the Rangers, one against the Oilers. And I think, as far as I could tell, right, maybe
Igor didn't have a shutout against Washington?
No.
Really? It just
It's NHL.
he's like, I don't think that's. I
2024
think Swayman had a
playoff
shutout too.
Stat leaders. All right, let's see. Players, goaltending.
No, just go to like goals against and then go complete leaders, and then you could sort it.
What?
So see where it says goaltending leaders, and then underneath down it says complete leaders. Click on that, and then you just sort by shutouts. Looks
Like
like
someone already has.
yeah.
Aiden Hill had one.
Also,
Skinner had one too.
didn't. But yeah, I knew. I mean, that would be kind of crazy if that was the case.
Well, there's still, I feel like, a large lack of.
Yeah.
Like you said, Igor didn't. Even someone from Boston didn't. But nonetheless, dude, I mean, Bobrovsky's been literally ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to see. Honestly, the guy is, I think, 36 now. So I mean, like, it really is kind of outrageous to see. And the Panthers, really didn't miss a beat from the few days off after playing the Rangers. I mean, again, the Panthers they come in, they play their game, and the team that they're playing against has to figure out how to work around that. And obviously, Edmonton did not figure that out. McDavid 6 shots on goal too. He was firing them. Draisaitl 4, Fogle 3. I mean, they were getting the shots, just not able to get past Bobrovsky there. They got to figure out a way, whether it's on the power play, even though I think they were 0 for 2 in the power play, 0 for 3 in the power play. That first game, like, they got to figure it out, like, that's just, and the Oilers probably will. I mean, they have some of the best scorers in the league. So
Yeah.
that's why I feel like game 2, they may be able to snag. And like I said, I think they're going to have to, because the Panthers, as we've seen, this postseason, they've done well on the road. So it really is. It's going to be a crazy cup final. I really hope that it doesn't get a little out of hand quick, dude.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like, because I said you'd be more like, I don't know. I feel like you're saying both things. So I'm confused where your head is for tonight.
What do I think is going to happen? I
Yeah.
think Edmonton's going to win game 2.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the, I mean, is it just because, like, they were just held to nothing in game 1, so it's like they're not letting that happen again? There's too much scoring talent on that team.
Yeah, there is too much scoring talent, and I feel like they did not play the Panthers physical enough, if I dare say that. I know they had 32 hits as a team. That's still pretty solid. But look at the number for the Panthers. It was 57,
Right.
And the Oilers are a physical team. They have big forwards.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something that I'm sure there would be a big adjustment for them going into game 2. So we'll see it. And I would imagine, I mean, they're not going to get shot out again. Like, Bobrovsky is, human to some degree here. So I would be very surprised if the Panthers do win game 2 here. So that would be my take.
So what's at the end of the day? I mean, what's the score prediction?
What is the score prediction? It's a great question. I still think it's going to be relatively. I know it's so tough because both teams could really go off. I want to think that Skinner and Bobrovsky will continue because Skinner still played a great game. Just 1 goal each period, nothing crazy there. But I'm thinking maybe a little bit of the opposite here. I think maybe both teams start scoring, opening it up here. Maybe Oilers like a 5-3, 5-4 win in regulation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess I wasn't going to make this part of the picks just because I thought you were going to take the Panthers, but I guess we're going to go ahead. It's kind of weird being an opposite sides here, but I think I'm going to take the Panthers.
Well, okay.
Okay. So you're an over?
What did I say? 5-2, 5 or 5-3, 5-4? What's the over?
Oh, I mean, it's
7.5.
No.
6.5. What the hell, dude? Where are we? Wow, it's 5.5.
But it's still over.
Yeah, definitely hammer that over, dude.
And how about this? In my 4 picks, including baseball, all 4 unders, and you have 3 overs and 1 under. And then you took the Oilers, and I took the Panthers. Like, what the hell's going on?
Crazy Monday. I don't know, dude.
Yeah. So
did you notice, by the way, speaking of lines and stuff, I noticed on the ESPN app they started including like the over under on the main page.
Yeah,
dude.
remember that was the problem, but you can't put the pictures there. Is that hard?
Honestly, dude, like what? Yeah, like what?
Come on.
Still not
Tony.
good enough.
Not good enough. Speaking of not good enough, 66 and 57 for me, 72 and 51 for you. What do you think your mother's talking about taking it easy? F-bomb here and there?
Was I?
I don't know. Maybe.
And
hello, Mary.
She said, hi, Bards. She said, hi, fellas, earlier on. There we go.
Yes.
So we got that. Bang. And then everything's up to date with Josh B. Everything else good to go. But big game, dude. You be like sitting down watching tonight?
Yankees game. But we're probably going to grab dinner somewhere after golf. So, I mean, that game will probably be on too. But I like when the Yankees are on, I mean, it's, like I see it like out of the corner of my eye. And when there's commercials watching, but other than that, I'm not going to deviate away from the Yankees.
Where you going to dinner?
I don't know. I mean, usually, like when we would go last year, we would always go to this place, 22 Tap House, which I think is like they have kind of all over. I forgot where else it is.
22 beers on tap. Is that what it is?
That might be how it got started. But also too, I don't think I'm having 22. She said you were getting flustered, which is kind of interesting.
I guess the hockey, everything, dude. It's still tough watching. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
Yeah, that's
because it's like
baseball,
come on, dude.
It's hockey without the Rangers. I'm saying if the Rangers are on, I would be dialed, but it's just kind of like, yeah, sure. I would like to see McDavid get one, or do I want to see him get one? Because does this still not for this offseason, but does it still, if they don't win, does it make the chance greater?
Of him going to the Rangers.
Yeah. I mean, it can't make it worse.
I mean, I guess it can't. Although maybe, I guess. Because you may be like, hey, I won one in Edmonton. Now I can leave. I can go.
But there's always got to be, if you're a great player and you don't win a title, I mean, that's always in the back of your mind that you want to win a title.
Yeah, I still just think he's never going to leave Edmonton, though.
We need him, though, and you know it deep down.
I mean, every team needs him. Sure, dude.
But
my mother says, how about we get some big clams for Sunday and some pepperoni?
Shuck some of those clams, huh?
Yeah. I
didn't know your mother big on the Peroni, huh?
Yeah, she'll have one. It's cool Italian beer.
Yeah,
nothing crazy.
Yeah. What would you say on Sunday? These clams. I mean, I feel like you're good for 5, no?
Peronis?
Yeah,
I would say so.
Light.
That's easy, exactly, dude. Light day.
Oh man,
I still can't believe you took the Panthers. Honestly, dude.
I don't know. But you know how I am sometimes. I just see one thing, like if I'm thinking about the other one, and then I just immediately am like, okay, well, I guess like when I said with the Rangers, like I said that early on in that series. I said if we don't win Game 5, we're not winning the series, and it's like I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like I get a sense.
Yeah, and you're thinking Panthers go up 2-0.
Yeah, but
and
then
you think they drop 2 at away? They drop 4. Edmonton wins 4 in a row.
Connor McDavid, dude. Yeah,
that would be crazy.
It's crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, interesting stuff. I swear there was one other thing I was going to say, but it's just not coming to mind right now.
French Open, golf.
I was just going to say Wednesday, big show, Pinehurst, US Open. So pump for that.
Your research.
Yeah.
Dial it in, Zach.
Exactly.
That's right, dude.
But yeah, that's really that. But here we are, and another great Monday show. Appreciate everybody who tuned in and continues to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay in costume, the merch at downtimetv.com. We want everybody to enjoy their day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees, and we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.